Welcome to Angie E-lums, aka UROKRA'S SPACE. Have you ever pondered the significance of daily family prayers? Imagine a tapestry, the threads of which are spun from the daily rituals we engage in. These threads are subtle, yet they weave the fabric of our lives, creating a pattern of unity, strength, and faith. One such thread, perhaps the most vital, is the practice of daily family prayers. Family prayers are not just a series of words recited in unison. They are the silent whispers of our hearts, the echoes of our hopes, and the shared dreams of our loved ones. Through these prayers, we invite tranquility into our homes, foster bonds of understanding, and cultivate an environment of mutual respect and love. But the power of daily prayers extends beyond the four walls of our homes. It reaches into our hearts, strengthening our faith, grounding us in our beliefs, and providing a beacon of light in times of darkness. Daily prayers remind us of our shared values, our collective strength, and our unwavering faith. They are the invisible ties that bind us, the fuel that powers our spiritual engines. What's more, daily prayers have a profound impact on our overall well-being. The tranquility that prayer ushers into our lives seeps into our minds, promoting mental health and providing a sanctuary from the stresses of the outside world. The act of praying together as a family offers a sense of belonging, a feeling of security, and a space for open conversation and understanding. As we sail through life, the waves may be rough, the winds may be harsh, but with the anchor of daily prayers, we remain unshaken, grounded in our faith, and united as a family. The power of daily prayers is not just in the words we utter, but in the unity they foster, the faith they strengthen, and the peace they bring. So let's delve deeper into the world of daily family prayers and their profound influence. Let's explore how this simple act can transform our lives, bringing us closer as families, strengthening our faith, and promoting overall well-being. Meet the Thompson family, a typical family with an extraordinary story. They were much like any other family in their leafy suburban neighbourhood. There was Mr. Thompson, a dedicated schoolteacher, and his wife, Mrs. Thompson, a talented florist. Their children, Sarah and Tommy, were as lively as any other kids their age. But something set the Thompsons apart from their neighbours. The Thompsons had a tradition, a simple yet profound ritual that they incorporated into their daily routine. Every morning, before the sun had fully risen, and every evening, just as the day was turning into night, the Thompsons would gather together. They would hold hands, close their eyes, and pray. This wasn't a chore or a duty. It was a family tradition filled with love, unity, and a sense of belonging. At first, the changes were subtle. The children, previously prone to squabbles and tantrums, started to display more patience and understanding. Mr. Thompson, who used to bring work stress home, began to leave his worries at the school gate. Mrs. Thompson, always busy with her florist shop, found more joy and peace in her work. As time passed, these changes became more pronounced. The family seemed to radiate positivity. Their house was filled with laughter and joy, and their neighbours couldn't help but notice. The Thompsons started to become a source of inspiration for their community. But the transformation was not just external. Internally, each member of the family felt a growing sense of peace and contentment. They found that their daily prayers helped them deal with the stresses and challenges of everyday life. They became more patient, more understanding, and more loving. They started to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Sarah, once struggling with her schoolwork, started to excel in her studies. She found that her daily prayers helped her focus and gave her the strength to overcome academic challenges. Tommy, who used to be shy and reserved, became more confident and outgoing. He attributed his newfound self-assuredness to the daily prayers that helped him find his inner strength. Mr. Thompson's students started to notice a change in their teacher. He was more patient, more understanding, and more inspiring. He was able to bring out the best in his students, and he attributed this change to his daily family prayers. Mrs. Thompson's florist shop blossomed into a thriving business. She found that her daily prayers helped her stay centered, focused, and creative. She was able to create beautiful floral arrangements that brought joy to her customers. The Thompson story is not just about the power of prayer, but about the power of family. It's about how a simple ritual can bring about a profound change in the lives of an entire family. It's about how love, unity, and faith can transform ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. The Thompsons' story is a testimony to the transformative power of daily family prayers. So what makes a good family prayer? This is a question that has been asked by many, and the answer is beautifully simple, yet profound. A meaningful family prayer is comprised of several key elements that work together to create a potent expression of faith, love, and unity. The first element, and perhaps the most fundamental, is gratitude. A family prayer should always begin with a sense of appreciation. This could be for the joys and blessings of the day, the love and support of each other, or the simple gift of life itself. Expressing gratitude as a family fosters a positive environment and cultivates a sense of contentment and fulfillment. Next, we have seeking guidance. This is the part of the prayer where we ask for wisdom, strength, and direction. Whether it's guidance for making big decisions or strength to overcome challenges, invoking divine assistance fosters resilience and bolsters faith. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our journey and that there is a higher power guiding us. Another crucial aspect of a family prayer is praying for others. This could be for family members, friends, or even strangers who may be going through difficult times. Praying for others instills in us a sense of empathy and compassion, teaching us to think beyond ourselves and to care for the well-being of others. Finally, personalizing prayers is an important aspect of making them more impactful. This means making the prayer specific to your family's experiences, challenges, and aspirations. A personalized prayer is not only more relatable, but also more sincere and heartfelt. These elements, gratitude, seeking guidance, praying for others, and personalization, are not rigid rules, but flexible guidelines. They can be mixed, matched, and modified to suit your family's unique dynamics and beliefs. Remember, the essence of a family prayer is not in the words, but in the emotions and intentions behind them. Crafting a heartfelt prayer is a beautiful process that brings a family closer together. It's a journey of faith, love, and unity, one that enriches the soul and strengthens the bonds of family. Did you know there's a scientific angle to the act of praying? Yes, you heard that right. While often seen as a spiritual practice, prayer has been the subject of numerous scientific studies. Researchers have delved into the effects of prayer on our minds and bodies, and the findings might surprise you. Let's start with the mind. Prayer has been shown to reduce stress levels. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with information and expectations, stress can easily build up. But when we pray, we step away from the hustle and bustle. We focus on something bigger than ourselves, and this shift in focus can help lower our stress levels. Prayer also promotes a state of mindfulness. It's a time when we can be fully present, engaged in the moment without distraction. This sense of mindfulness, of being grounded in the present, is often associated with reduced anxiety and an overall sense of well-being. But the benefits of prayer don't just stop at the mind. Our bodies can benefit too. Some research suggests that regular prayer can lower blood pressure and may even boost the immune system. While these physical effects might not be as immediately noticeable as the mental and emotional benefits, they are equally important for our overall health and well-being. Prayer can also help improve our emotional health. When we pray, we often express our deepest fears, hopes, and desires. This act of opening up, of being vulnerable, can be incredibly therapeutic. It can help us process our emotions, leading to improved emotional health. What's fascinating is that these benefits can be experienced regardless of the specific religious or spiritual beliefs behind the prayers. Whether you're praying to a specific deity, to the universe, or simply engaging in a meditative practice, the positive effects on the mind and body are evident. But why does prayer have these effects? Researchers believe it has to do with the act of prayer itself. When we pray, we engage in a form of focused attention and intention. This act of focusing our minds, combined with the positive intentions often associated with prayer, can lead to these beneficial effects. So, while prayer is often seen as a spiritual practice, the science behind it suggests that it's much more than that. It's a practice that can help us manage stress, focus our minds, and improve our emotional health. It's a practice that can have real, tangible benefits on our minds and bodies. And so we see that science and spirituality aren't as separate as we might think. Instead, they can intersect beautifully, each enriching our understanding of the other. The act of praying, steeped in centuries of spiritual tradition, also holds a wealth of scientific insight. Science and spirituality intersect beautifully when it comes to prayer. So the next time you close your eyes and fold your hands, remember, you're not just engaging in a spiritual practice, you're also participating in a scientifically backed method of improving your mental and physical health. Let's spend a day with a family who prays together every day. Picture this: a bustling household full of life and laughter. The sun peeks over the horizon, and the day begins not with the jarring sound of an alarm, but with the gentle hum of a family prayer. The Thompsons, as we'll call them, start their day by gathering together in a peaceful corner of their home, inviting serenity into their morning routine. As they prepare for the day, they infuse prayer into every mundane task. Over breakfast, they share a prayer of gratitude, appreciating the food before them and the hands that prepared it. The children, even the youngest, contribute their own simple words of thanks, a practice that helps them develop a sense of humility and appreciation. Off to school and work they go, but not before a quick prayer for safety and wisdom. It's not just a ritual, it's a pause, a moment of calm amid the morning rush, a chance to remind themselves of what matters most. In the afternoon, the house is quieter, but the spirit of prayer remains. A little note with an uplifting prayer sits on the fridge, a source of inspiration for anyone who passes by. Even in their absence, the family's faith is a palpable presence. As evening falls, the family reconvenes. Over dinner, they share their day, their triumphs and trials. They listen, they empathize, they advise, and they pray. They celebrate each other's victories and support one another in challenges, turning every meal into a bonding experience. And as the day winds down, they gather once more, this time for a prayer of thanks and guidance for the coming day. They express their gratitude for the day that was and seek blessings for the day that will be. The Thompsons' day is like any other family's, filled with work, school, chores and leisure, but it's also filled with something more, a sense of peace, unity and purpose that comes from their daily prayers. A day well spent is a day that includes prayer. You might have a few questions about incorporating daily family prayers into your routine, and believe it or not, you're not alone. Many people grapple with the hows, whys and whens of family prayer, so let's take a moment to address some common concerns. First off, why should we pray together as a family? Well, family prayer is a powerful way to foster unity, cultivate gratitude and deepen your shared spiritual connection. It's a chance to pause, reflect, and offer up your collective hopes and dreams, fears and anxieties. And guess what? Research shows that families who pray together often report stronger bonds and healthier communication. Next, you might wonder, how can we find the time? Between work, school, chores and other commitments, our days are chock full. But here's the thing. Prayer doesn't have to be an hour-long event. Even a few minutes of shared silence or a quick round of blessings before dinner can make a difference. Remember, it's not about the quantity of time, but the quality. Then there's the question of, what should we pray about? Here, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Some families may choose to pray for peace, others for strength or wisdom. You might offer thanks for your blessings or seek guidance in times of struggle. The key is to make it personal. Speak from the heart and encourage your family members to do the same. A common concern is, what if we miss a day or two? Well, establishing a new routine takes time and patience. If you miss a day, don't fret. Instead, gently remind yourselves of your commitment and return to it when you can. Consistency is important, but so is flexibility. Another frequent question is, how can we keep it interesting? Variety is the spice of life, and prayer is no different. Mix up your prayer styles. One day you might read a passage from a spiritual text, another day you might share personal prayers. You could even incorporate music or art, experiment and see what resonates with your family. And finally, is it okay to laugh during prayer? Absolutely. Prayer can be solemn, but it can also be joyful and uplifting. A shared laugh, a moment of lightness, can be as sacred as any solemn vow. So don't be afraid to bring your full selves to your prayer time, humour and all. With the right approach, daily family prayers can easily become a part of your life. It's a journey, not a destination. So take it one day at a time with patience, openness and a dash of humour. And remember, the power of prayer lies not in the words you say, but in the love you share. So go ahead, start your family prayer adventure today. You might be surprised by the blessings you discover along the way. Ready to start your journey of daily family prayers? I'm sure the answer is a resounding yes, and that's fantastic. Now let's talk about how we can make this journey a smooth and enjoyable one. First, let's not think of this as a chore or an obligation. Instead, view it as a time to come together as a family, to share, to bond, to express gratitude, and to seek guidance. When we approach prayer with this mindset, it becomes a joyous and meaningful part of our everyday lives. Secondly, start small. This might be a mere 5 minutes in the morning or the evening. The goal here isn't to clock in hours, but to establish consistency. So pick a time that works for everyone and stick to it. Gradually, as you get comfortable, you can increase the duration. Next, make it personal. There is no right or wrong way to pray. It's about expressing your feelings, hopes, and fears in your own words. So encourage each member of the family to bring their own touch to the prayer. This could be a word of gratitude, a request for guidance, or a shared hope. It's these personal touches that make the prayer meaningful and engaging for everyone. Another tip is to keep it positive. While it's okay to express fears and concerns, let's try and focus on the good things, the blessings we have, and the hopes we harbour. This helps us maintain a positive outlook and fosters a spirit of gratitude. Lastly, be patient. The benefits of daily family prayers might not be immediately apparent, but over time you will notice a deepening bond, a sense of peace, and a positive shift in the family dynamics. So are you ready to embark on this journey? It's going to be a wonderful ride filled with shared moments, smiles, tears, hopes, and dreams. And remember, every great journey starts with a single small step. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let's recap what we've learned today. We've delved into the power of daily prayers, seeing firsthand how they can shape and influence our lives in the most positive ways. We've heard the inspiring story of the Thompsons, who have woven prayer into the very fabric of their daily routine. We've also explored the framework of a family prayer, a simple yet profound structure that can bring peace and harmony into our homes. We've peeked into the science behind prayers, understanding that the benefits are not just spiritual, but psychological and physiological too. We've spent a day in a praying family's life, witnessing the tranquility and unity it brings. We've addressed frequently, asked questions, clearing doubts, and offering guidance. Finally, we've emphasized that the journey starts today, because there's no better time than now to begin. Embrace the power of daily family prayers and witness the positive transformation in your family life.